engage the lift. And then let's bring it. That's perfect. Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and of course, welcome back to another episode of our RP series out here on Red Lawn Preserve. Now, today is a really exciting day because we're going to be buying some lifts for the shop. Now, when I say lifts for the shop, I mean actual working car lifts, like a working two-post lift. And I know that that might sound like a little crazy considering the fact that that's not really something we've seen in SnowRunner before, but trust me when I say there is a mod for that. And we're going to go ahead and fire the Dodge up, hook up the trailer, and get out to the garage and pick some of these up. But before we hook up the trailer, let's wake up the neighborhood real quick. They should be awake now. All right, let's roll on down to where the trailer's sitting at. And we'll get backed up. And now I think that this suspension is in high mode right now. So let's drop it down a good bit. I love the range of adjustment this thing has. Get that trailer hooked up. And then now we can head out to the garage and pick up one of these lifts. And actually, this thing is sitting a little bit lower than I would like it to. So I'm just going to go ahead and raise the suspension back up again. The truck wasn't sitting lower than I wanted it to, but the tongue of the trailer was. Now, I don't know how well that lift is going to fit on this trailer, but I'm, let's say, crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. Now, if it doesn't fit, we do have some other options. We have some other trucks. We can hook up a gooseneck if need be. We can actually adjust the suspension on this truck and adjust the setup a little bit and grab a gooseneck because they should have some down there at the garage, and then we'll hook that up and then try to reload the lift if it doesn't really fit very well on this trailer. This thing sounds so good. Like, this truck is one of the best sounding rigs in the fleet. Ah! Trailer got a little sketchy there. All right. Easy. I love how, like, there are so many marker signs leading, like, straight to the garage. It's like, hey, by the way, just so you know, the garage is down here, bud. All right. So now, let's ease our way just over here, so that it's a little bit easier to load this thing up if it fits on that trailer. So let's go ahead and shut this thing down. And then now, we're going to head into the garage and take a look at the new lift that they have available. Now, the lift they have available looks like this. It is the Z2 car lift. And as you can see, it is literally what it says on the container. It is a two-post lift. And if you go into the customization, it says engine, none. Gearbox, none. Suspension, none. Winch, you guessed it, none. Now, visuals, you don't really have anything else with that, and the colors don't actually change anything, but that's not really what's interesting or exciting about this thing. So let's actually change the suspension mode. We'll bump it up, and the cool thing about it is you can move it around like this. But again, I don't know if it's going to be too wide to fit on the trailer or not. Now, there is the option of driving it on sideways, but I feel as though that might be a little bit iffy. Just a little bit. Now, let me actually see. You know what? Hold on. I wonder if I can kind of turn it sideways on the trailer. That might be possible. It might not be. I'm about to find out, though. Let's see. So that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that is definitely far away from working. Now, does it have a crane socket, though? Because that might allow us to load it up. Now, if it's got a crane socket, we should be able to grab a crane and load it onto the trailer, and that'll be that. But whether or not it has a crane socket remains to be seen. Now, this guy right here, you know, easy to use, super powerful cranes, and I think that if we can, if we can load it up with this crane, there's really not going to be a single problem. Now, before I get much further with this, though, let me see if it has a crane socket. Actually, it has multiple crane sockets, which is even better. So then, with that being said, let me put the trailer back down Because, for one, we're not going to need the tilt. So, the tilt is not in any way, like, going to be of use to us. Let me set you right there. And then I'm going to hope that we don't necessarily need a bunch of, like a bunch of counterweight for this. I hope it's not too heavy. Whoa. Whoa, it's... Oh my god. Is it actually that heavy? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, so, new plan. Yeah, new plan. And the new plan is going to be a very wide gooseneck. And the reason why the plan is going to have to be a very wide gooseneck is because, well, I'll tell you why. The reason why is because that thing is wide and it's heavy. But before we do that, we're going to need to adjust the setup a little bit on our Dodge. So let's see. Toe suspension, because yes, because absolutely necessary. Gooseneck hitch. And with that much weight, I mean, I'm gonna need probably some extra front weight, right? I would assume, like, that sounds to me like I'm gonna need extra front weight. So, let me just throw some nice, like, you know, I don't know, like some nice super singles on, well, I say super singles, super-ish singles on there. And not the BFGs, it's gonna be a 42-inch something. Not any of the Baja tires, let's just do... something usable, something easy, something usable. Yeah, just like a single, like, 42-inch Pitbull tire. Now, obviously, the front end is extremely weighed down right now, but it won't be when we get that gooseneck hooked up. Let me back you around. Oh, no! It's already off the side. Bro, I can already tell this is going to be an absolute event. Oh, my God. Oh, no! After a very long battle with these car lifts, we were able to get them out here, and you can see the Dodge is over there by the fence. It's just chilling out, and I want to get both of these positioned in such a way that we can actually test them out with a vehicle or two. So first thing we need to do is put them into, or at least put one of them into movement mode, and apparently I am facing the wrong way. There we go. I had my lift backwards. How often does that happen? Well, actually, you know what? Don't answer that question. Apparently, the fence actually quivers in fear over the, like, just even the sheer thought of this lift. All right. You're gonna go, I'll say, like, here-ish. That seems good enough. Now, let's go ahead and grab you. And this one can be, I don't want it to block the trailer store, so I'm gonna put it somewhere where it won't be directly in the trailer store's way. I also want it to be on somewhat level ground, because if it's not on level ground, then, well, things are gonna get a little out of hand, let's just say. Alright, I think here will be fine, so long as we're careful with it. And then now we're gonna go ahead and drop it down. And the first test is gonna be with something that's not necessarily, like, hopefully not too large. In terms of what I want to test it with, actually, a little CJ might not be a bad thing to test it with at all. So let's take you over to this one right here. Oh, this is gonna be very interesting. I wonder if I'm gonna get it right or get it very wrong. Bruh. Hey. Why am I pushing the lift around? That was not part of the plan. Hold up. Hold up. Can we... Oh, boy. Okay, yes. Good. Now. Shut down. Now, turn the... Yeah, there we go. Turn immersive mode off so I can actually see what I'm doing. Now, car lift. Elevating. Oh, my God. What? It's a little unbalanced, but it works. That is the coolest thing ever. Like, bro, what? This is literally, and I know that I literally just said this, but like, it is a working car lift in SnowRunner. What? Let me move you forward just a hair. That's probably too far, but... Let me move you back just a hair. Ah, it's too much. Well, I tell you what. the tiniest bit back. The tiniest bit. Yes, that actually should be good. That should be good. So let me see if I can do this one more time. Let me see if it'll let me do it. It still leans backwards, but I also feel like that's partially to do with the fact that we are on a little bit of a downslope, and I could have been a little bit more conscious of where I put this one, but the fact that it works, is just the coolest part. Like, I don't know about y'all, but this to me is like, not only does it represent a ton of creativity on the actual mod creator's part, but it represents, like, an advancement in what modding in this game is genuinely capable of. Like, who would have thought that we would have working car lifts in SnowRunner, of all games? Like, in SnowRunner, we've got freaking car lifts now. I know that I keep saying that, but it is genuinely, like, mind-blowing to me. Let's see if we... Oh, actually, the Xterra would be a perfect way to test this. You go to the bottom, because the Xterra is like... This is, in true stock form, I mean, it's essentially a stock Xterra, so this should actually work really well on the lift. It's actually quite low. Come on. Just trying to line it up so you can be worked on, you know? It's in for an oil change, so it's fine. Easy. All right, that, a little further forward. There we go. I was like, now it looks somewhat, like, at least a little bit better centered. So let's engage the lift, and then let's bring it. That's perfect. Oh my God, that's, you can't get it flatter than that. You cannot get it flatter than that. Wow. Like, legitimately, you cannot get it flatter than that on the lift. That is perfect. Like, I don't know how else to even remotely describe that. That is everything that I had hoped a car lift in SnowRunner would be. Like, and see now, look, it's SnowRunner off-road mechanic simulator. And but that's the thing. You could actually, if you integrated this into your role play, you could make that a thing. And you could not only make it a thing in your role play, but you could legitimately run an actual mechanic shop in SnowRunner with this. And I know that I literally, like, am just insanely mesmerized by it, but I cannot explain to you guys how incredible it is to see this here and see it freaking working. That is the best part. Like, the fact that it actually works, bruh. Let's see what happens if we try to drive it around with a car on it. It's probably a really bad idea. It can kind of move. I mean, the car is gonna get really uneven real quick, but it can kind of move. Dude, I have no words. Like, this is modding on a level I have never seen it before in terms of creativity. But if you guys enjoyed this video and this look at this mod, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.